So today's video is a makeup starter kit for beginners. So all the products I'll be using today are perfect if you are a beginner and you're looking to learn how to start applying your makeup. So in this video, I only used 8 products and everything will cost you less than $60. Yes, girl. Yes, I said it. Makeup does not have to be expensive, okay? So this is what we have here for the makeup look. So I'll be showing you guys how to create this look. All the products that I'll be using, you can get them from Ulta, Target, Walmart, any type of drugstore. And the makeup look is also really quick and easy. So this is a simple everyday type of routine that's perfect for beginners. So make sure you watch until the end of the video to implement some of the tips that I'll be sharing with you guys in this video. So if you're interested, let's get into it.
KLJ, welcome to a channel where it's poppin'. Welcome to a YouTube.
So before we get started with the video, if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and join the LJ family because I would love to have you on my channel. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram because I'll be hosting a huge giveaway on there very soon. So if you're interested, stay tuned on Instagram. And I like using affordable products for beginners because I feel like they're easily accessible and people think affordable makeup is not good, but trust me, trust and believe, I love drugstore products, okay? Let me tell you, makeup does not have to be expensive. So I'll be using all affordable products. So I'm going to start off with showing you guys what kind of makeup tools I'll be using because of course you have the makeup, but you also have to have the makeup tools. So the main makeup tool I'll be using today is this right here. A beauty sponge is one that you can use for foundation, concealer, contour. You can use it for setting powder and many other things. So this is what I'll be mainly using today. This one is by e.l.f. Cosmetics. You can also get it from Ulta and it's very affordable and a good quality beauty sponge. And the other makeup tools I'll be using today are brushes. So you can get a brush set on Amazon for $10 and it has all the brushes that you need for face and eyeshadow. I'll link those brushes in the description box down below. So the first thing you always want to start off with on your skin is a base. So I always give this analogy because I feel like they're very similar. So just like painting, when you paint, you always go in with a base first, right? You always prime first and then put the paint on. People who paint, they don't just go on furniture and not prime and they just start painting. It just doesn't work like that, okay? So the first thing you always want to do with makeup is very similar. You want to prime first before applying your makeup. So the reason why people prime first is because it gets the makeup to last longer on the skin because the primer will prevent your skin from absorbing that makeup. So it stays on your skin longer. It gives you good color payoff because when you apply foundation, the color of the foundation will be true to color and will look realistic on your skin. And also, it just helps your makeup look flawless. So you definitely want to get a primer if you're not using primer. You do have to know the kind of skin you have, whether you have oily, dry, or a combination or normal skin to get the right primer. But if you don't know, just get a hydrating oil-free primer. And the one I'm going to be using today is this NYX Hydra Touch Primer Base. So this one is also an oil-free hydrating one. It can work for all skin types, whether you're dry or oily. So I'm going to use this first. This is what the primer looks like. That's the consistency of it. It's really hydrating and I'm applying it all over my skin. So these types of primers are usually water-based primers, so they're good for all skin types, whether you're oily or dry. And they have a mini on Ulta for $6, so you can try it out, see whether you like it, whether it works for your skin. And the 3 main ingredients in the primer is water, and everybody needs water, okay? So it has water, it has niacinamide and hyaluronic acid. Those 3 ingredients are really good for your skin. They're really hydrating and they're perfect for a primer. After applying primer, your skin should be looking like this, super ready for foundation. So the next we go in with foundation. So with foundation, make sure the foundation matches your skin. That's the most important thing when it comes to foundation. I have a detailed video on how to find the perfect match for your skin if you're looking for a foundation, and I'll also link that in the description box down below. But today I'll be using this Maybelline matte Poreless foundation. So this one is for normal to oily skin, but it can also work for dry skin. So I like to shake the foundation first and then put a little bit at the back of my hand and then just start to apply it. So with foundation, I usually like blending it out with a beauty blender. So I'm using this e.l.f. sponge to blend it out. I usually start off with 1 pump of foundation and I try to build up the coverage. So you want to do that just to ensure that you're not using too much foundation. And if I need more, or I feel like my skin needs a little bit more coverage, I'll go in and add more. So next we have concealers. Concealer is literally what it is. It conceals, okay? So sometimes you can use concealer for highlighting. Sometimes you can use it for contouring. If you're comfortable highlighting your face, I would say use a concealer that's like 4 to 5 shades lighter than you. But if you just want to use a concealer to conceal only, meaning like to hide the dark areas on your skin like discoloration, hyperpigmentation, or dark circles, then I would say use a concealer that's closer to your skin tone, like 2 to 3 shades lighter than your skin tone. So I usually apply concealer only under my eyes nowadays. I like using a very small amount because I feel like it's more natural. And if you're a beginner, you definitely want to build up the coverage so you're not going in with too much and then it's like your face just looks all cakey and stuff. So the concealer that I'll be using today is this LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Toffee. This thing is like $1.99. I think you can even get buy one get one half off. Like, it's ridiculously cheap and it's a good quality concealer. So like I mentioned, I don't think you need a lot of concealer. You just want to place a very small amount, especially if your under eye creases a lot. So what I like to do nowadays is take a little bit of that concealer and I focus on this area right here, and you guys see I'm using a very small amount, and then I just place a little bit at the end right there just to give my skin a little bit of a lifted look. And this is an easy way to apply concealer. So I'm gonna apply on my forehead as well. So I like to apply the concealer under my eye, on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and on my chin. And then I'm gonna blend it out with a beauty sponge. So I'm using this e.l.f. beauty sponge and I'm gonna use the sharp side. And with the beauty blender or the beauty sponge, you wanna make sure that it's damp, okay? Meaning like it's not wet and it doesn't have too much water and it doesn't have too little water. That will give your concealer that beautiful blend. All right, so this is what the skin is looking like with concealer. So the next step is applying setting powder. So setting powder is used to set the concealer so it does not move around, because concealer is very notorious and it likes to move around your skin. So you want to make sure to set it. Today I'm going to be using this Maybelline Fit Me setting powder in the shade Medium Deep. I love this setting powder. Super affordable, and it's a loose finishing setting powder, so it also works really well for mature skin. So I like to apply the setting powder with a beauty sponge because it's easier to apply. So what I'm doing is I'm taking that damp beauty blender that I used for the concealer, and I'm literally just pressing that in the setting powder, taking about this much. And a trick that I like to use if you're going for a very soft, natural makeup look is to apply the setting powder at the back of your hand so that excess powder leaves. And then what I like to do is I like to look up and just press that under my eye. So by you putting the setting powder at the back of your hand, you're getting rid of the excess so it's not too much. And I don't think that you need to apply so much setting powder, to be honest. It's just meant to be there to set the concealer. The reason why I like applying the setting powder with the beauty blender is because it applies the powder smoothly without any harsh streaks, and it leaves it non-cakey. All right, so after setting powder, I move on to eyebrows. So for the eyebrows, I like to use this spoolie to kind of like push up my eyebrow hairs, and this will allow me to see where I'm gonna place the eyebrow product. I like my eyebrows looking very natural, so I'm gonna use a very natural eyebrow product. So this is the CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow Fill and Define Eyebrow. So the set comes with 2 of them, and it comes with a pencil sharpener, so for you to sharpen up the eyebrow product. So for eyebrows, I usually select an eyebrow product that's close to the color of my hairs. So my hairs are black, so I like to stick to dark black colors when it comes to eyebrow products. But if you have brown hair or you have like gray hair, then you want to get an eyebrow product that matches the color of your natural hairs. So I'm gonna use this one, which is the black one. And what I like to do is just kind of like fill in my eyebrows. I like using this pencil because it's really easy to fill. I don't have to do too much. So I'm just filling in the areas where there's that space that needs to be filled. And then I like to use the spoolie and brush up the hair so I can see where I need to place the product. You want to go back and forth with the pencil and the spoolie to make sure that you're not missing any spaces that need to be filled. So at the front, I'm basically drawing eyebrow hairs and brushing them upwards so they look similar around this area. All right, so after filling in the eyebrows, I like to use the same concealer that I used for my under eyes. And what I do is I place that concealer like on my eyelid area, which is right here. And then I like to use this to clean off my eyebrows. So you do this to get rid of like the discoloration on your eyes so that the eyelid matches your under eye right there. So I put the concealer on my eyelids, and whatever is left on the brush, I use it to clean up my eyebrows. And I only clean up the bottom of my eyebrows. I don't like cleaning up the top because I feel like that looks more natural. And then I'm going to use the beauty blender and pressing that in to completely blend it out. All right, so next I'm going to go into the True Complexion palette and pick up that shade that I used for the bronzer. So I'm using this brush right here, which is a crease brush. And this is also part of that set. And I pick up a little bit of that product and I place this as an eyeshadow. I like to do this because it gives that bronzy look and it makes your skin look really natural and bronzed up. So even if you're not using bronzer, I would recommend doing this for your eyes, so your eyes are not just plain. And this is an easy way for me to apply eyeshadow. If I don't want to apply eyeshadow, I want to go for like an everyday look, I think this gives your eyes that nice bronzy look. So I'm placing this on my crease, and it doesn't matter how you apply it, as long as it's just blended out, it always looks good. So I also like to apply this on my under eyes as well. So you can do this for the top and bottom. And then after applying that, I'm gonna go in with a Wet n Wild Mega Protein mascara. So this mascara is really nice and it's super cheap, okay? So I like to apply mascara because it gives my eyelashes like a fluffy look. You can apply eyelashes if you wish or if you think you can, but honestly, you don't have to apply lashes. I think mascara can work. So I'm applying this mascara on the top and bottom to make the makeup look really nice and flattering. All right, so next I'm gonna apply highlighter, and for highlighter I'm using that same palette and I'm gonna use this highlighter right here. And for highlighter, I like applying it with this type of brush. This is a fan brush and this is also part of that set. I like to apply the highlighter on the highest points of my cheekbone, so picking up a little bit of that because this is a natural look. You don't want to use too much. So I'm just applying that on my cheekbones. This is also optional for beginners. I don't think you have to apply this. I think it just gives you a really nice glow. And then I like to place some on the bridge of my nose, just a little bit. And then you can place a little bit on your forehead as well if you have a big forehead like I do. But this is also optional. You don't have to do this. Then lastly, we have lip gloss. I'm gonna use this NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Ginger Snap. You can use lipstick if you please. I love lip gloss and I always use a lip gloss. So I'm gonna use this. This is a really nice shade. Super pretty on everyday makeup looks and brown skin. So here we have it with this look. This is the final look of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Came out very simple, very natural. It's also super quick and very much beginner friendly because we're using a few products and we're using a very small amount of products. So this is a good way to practice to apply makeup if you're going for something natural and you're a beginner. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video, leave your girl a big thumbs up. Also subscribe and join the LJ family because I would love to have you on my channel. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram. But other than that, I will see you guys in my next video.
KLJ, welcome to a channel where it's poppin'.